आज से हम चैप्टर प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बुक का चैप्टर नंबर 1 स्टार्ट करेंगे, जो कि हमारे पास इंट्रोडक्शन है। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, द ब्रांच ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग विच डील विद करंट कंडक्शन थ्रू अ वैक्यूम और अ गैस और सेमीकंडक्टर इज नोन एज इलेक्ट्रॉनिक। वो ब्रांच इंजीनियरिंग की जो करंट की कंडक्शन डील करती है, करंट की कंडक्शन पे थ्रू अ वैक्यूम और गैस और सेमीकंडक्टर, उसको हम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बोलते हैं। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स essentially deal with electronic devices and their utilization. And electronic devices is that in which current flow through a vacuum or gas or semiconductor. Such devices have valuable properties which enable them to function and behave as the friend of man today. जो हमारे पास इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स होती है ना, वो हमारे पास एसेंशियली जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस होती हैं और उनकी जो यूटिलाइजेशन है उसके बारे में है। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस इज वो डिवाइसेस होती हैं जिसमें करंट फ्लो जो करता है वैक्यूम से, गैस से और सेमीकंडक्टर से। उन डिवाइसेस को की एक वैल्यूएबल प्रॉपर्टीज होती हैं जो अनेबल करती हैं कि वो फंक्शन करें और बिहेव करें एज अ फ्रेंड ऑफ मैन टुडे। क्योंकि आजकल जो हम जिस दौर में रह रहे हैं उस दौर में बगैर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस के हमारी लाइफ जो है वो काफ़ी मुश्किल हो जाती है। इम्पॉर्टेंस, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक हैज़ गेन मच importance due to its numerous application in industry. The electronic devices are capable of performing the following function. The conversion of AC into DC is called rectification. Electronic devices can convert AC power into DC power with very high efficiency. The DC supply can be used for charging storage battery, field supply of DC generator, electroplating. Conversion of light into electricity. Electronic devices can convert light into electricity. This conversion of light into electricity is known as photoelectricity. Photoelectric devices are used in burglar alarm, sound recording, on motion pictures. Conversion of electricity into light. Electronic devices can convert electricity into light. This valuable property is utilized in television and radar. Atomic structure. According to the modern theory, matter is electrical in nature. All the material are composed of very small particle called atom. The atom are the building block of all matter. An atom consists of central nucleus of positive charge around which small negative charge a particle called electron revolve in different path or orbit. Nucleus it is the central part of an atom and contain, जो हमारे पास एटम होता है ना, वो ऑल द मटेरियल आर कंपोज, तमाम के तमाम मटेरियल्स जो हमारे पास होते हैं ना, वो बेसिकली किससे बनते हैं? एटम से। एटम जो होता है ना, वो हर मैटर का एक बिल्डिंग ब्रिक होता है। एन एटम कॉन्सिस्ट करता है एक सेंट्रल न्यूक्लियस जिसका पॉजिटिव चार्ज होता है और एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जो होता है वो उसके अराउंड मूव करता है। जैसा कि इस फिगर में शो हो रहा है, ये इलेक्ट्रॉन है, ये प्रोटॉन है। जबकि हमारे पास सेकंड जो इसकी है न्यूक्लियस है, इट इज द सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ एटम। ये एटम का सेंट्रल पास होता है और वो कंटेन करता है प्रोटॉन और न्यूट्रॉन। अ प्रोटॉन इज अ पॉजिटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल व्हाइल न्यूट्रॉन हैज स्मॉल मास एज द प्रोटॉन बट हैज नो चार्ज। देयरफॉर द न्यूक्लियस ऑफ एन एटम इज पॉजिटिवली चार्ज. The sum of proton and neutron constitute the entire weight of an atom is called atomic weight. जो हमारा atomic weight होता है ना, वो हमारे प्रोटॉन और न्यूट्रॉन के एडिशन से बनता है. It is because a particle in the extra nucleus has negligible weight as compared to proton or neutron. Atomic weight, number of proton plus number of neutron. Extra nucleus, it is the outer part of an atom and consists of electron only. An electron is negatively charged particle having negligible mass. The charge on electron is equal but opposite to that of proton. Also, the number of electron is equal to the number of proton in atom under ordinary condition. जो भी हमारे पास नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर होता है ना, उस पे नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इक्वल होता है नंबर ऑफ प्रोटॉन की, क्योंकि हमारा जो भी हमारा एलिमेंट होता है, जो भी हमारा मटेरियल होता है, वो न्यूट्रल होता है। और जब जो भी चीज़ न्यूट्रल होती है उसमें नंबर of electron equal होते हैं number of proton के. The number of electron is equal to the number of proton in atom under ordinary condition. Therefore, an atom is a neutral as a whole. The number of electron or proton is called atomic number. Atomic number of proton and electron in atom. The electron in atom revolve around the nucleus in different orbit. जो हमारे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं वो न्यूक्लियस के अराउंड रिवॉल्व करते हैं और वो डिफरेंट ऑर्बिट्स में रिवॉल्व करते हैं. द नंबर एंड अरेंजमेंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इन एनी ऑर्बिट इज डिटरमाइंड बाय द फॉलोइंग रूल. द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, किसी भी नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन किसी भी ऑर्बिट में, उसको जब हम फाइंड करते हैं ना तो वो 2n का स्क्वायर से फाइंड करते हैं. ये उसकी इक्वेशन होती है. n जो होता है ना वो ऑर्बिट का नंबर होते हैं. सपोज ऑर्बिट नंबर 1, ऑर्बिट 2, ऑर्बिट 3, और n इज द नंबर ऑफ ऑर्बिट. although first orbit 2 electron, second orbit 8 electron, third orbit 18 electron. The last orbit cannot have more than 8 electron. The last but one orbit cannot have more than 18 electron. Structure of an element. We have seen that all atoms are made up of proton, neutron and electron. The difference between the various type of element is due to the different number and arrangement of these particle within the atom. For example, the structure of copper atom is different from that of carbon atom, and hence the two elements have different properties. The atomic structure can be easily built up if we know the atomic weight and atomic number of an element, thus taking the case of copper atom. एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर जो होता है ना वो बिल्ड किससे होता है? एटॉमिक वेट से होता है, एटॉमिक नंबर से होता है. एटॉमिक वेट 64 है, एटॉमिक नंबर 29 है, नंबर ऑफ प्रोटॉन 29 है, नंबर ऑफ न्यूट्रॉन 35 है. The structure of copper atom, it has 29 electrons which are arranged in different orbit. The first orbit will have 2 electrons, the second has 8 electrons, third are 18 electrons, and fourth orbit has 1 electron. The atomic structure of all the element can be shown in this way. The reader is advised to try for a few commonly used element. Since electronic deal with the teeny particle called electron, these small particles require to steady. As discussed before, an electron is negatively charged particle having negligible mass. Some of the important properties of electron are: charge on electron is 1.60 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Mass of an electron 9.10 raised to power minus 31. Radius of electron 1.9 into 10 raised to power minus 50. The ratio of Em by Me of an electron is 1.77 into 10 raised to power 11. This means that mass of an electron is very small as compared to its charge. It is due to this property of an electron that it is very mobile and is greatly influenced by electric and magnetic field. Energy of an electron moving around the nucleus possesses two type of energy: kinetic energy due to its motion, potential energy due to its charge. जो kinetic energy होती है वो motion की वजह से होती है, जो potential energy होती है वो due to charge on the nucleus. The total energy of the electron is the sum of these two energies. The energy of an electron increase at its distance from the nucleus increase. Thus, an electron in the second orbit possesses more energy than the electron in the first orbit. कि इलेक्ट्रॉन जो सेकेंड ऑर्बिट में उसकी एनर्जी पोस्ट कर है ज्यादा, मोर एनर्जी देन द इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द फर्स्ट ऑर्बिट. फर्स्ट पे जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है उसकी कम एनर्जी है जबकि सेकेंड में उसकी ज्यादा एनर्जी है. इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द थर्ड ऑर्बिट हैज हायर, यानी जैसे जैसे इलेक्ट्रॉन हाई ऑर्बिट में जाता जाता है उसकी एनर्जी इंक्रीज कर दी जाती है. इट इज क्लियर दैट इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द लास्ट ऑर्बिट पोजेस वेरी हाई energy as compared to the electron in the inner orbit. The last orbit electron play an important role in determining the physical, chemical and electrical properties of a material. The electron in the outer valence electron. The electron in the outermost orbit of an atom is called a valence electron. Outermost orbit can have maximum of 8 electron. For example, the maximum number of valence electron can be 8. The valence electron determine the physical and chemical properties of मटीरियल. किसी भी मटीरियल की अगर हमने केमिकल और फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज फाइंड करनी है तो उसके वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन से हम फाइंड करेंगे. दीज इलेक्ट्रॉन डिटरमाइन वेदर और नॉट द मटीरियल इज केमिकली एक्टिव, मेटल और नॉन मेटल्स, गैस और सॉलिड. दीज इलेक्ट्रॉन आल्सो डिटरमाइन द इलेक्ट्रिकल प्रॉपर्टीज of a material. On the basis of electrical conductivity, material is generally classified into conduction, insulator and semiconductor. As a rough rule, one can determine the electrical behavior of a material from the whole number of valence electron. When the number of valence electron of an atom is less than 4, the material is usually a metal and a conductor. Example are sodium, magnesium, aluminium, which have 1, 2 and 3 valence electron. जैसे कि मैग्नीशियम, सोडियम जो होता है +11 उसका उस पर चार्ज होता है, मैग्नीशियम पे +12 होता है, जबकि एल्यूमिनियम पे +13 होता है. When the number of valence electron in atom is more than 4, the material is usually a non-metal and an insulator. Example are nitrogen, silver, neon, which has 5, 6, 8 valence electron. When the number of valence electron of an atom is 4, or half of the maximum number of 8 electron, the material is both metal and non. जब हमारे पास वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन एटम पे 4 होंगे तो या तो वो मटेरियल मेटल होगा, द मटेरियल हैज बोथ मेटल एंड नॉन मेटल. मटेरियल मेटल भी हो सकते हैं, वो नॉन मेटल्स भी हो सकते हैं, एंड यूजली अ सेमीकंडक्टर, और ज्यादातर वो सेमीकंडक्टर होते हैं, जैसे कि कार्बन हो गया, सिलिकॉन हो गया, जर्मेनियम. इन तमाम के तमाम जो हमारे पास एलिमेंट्स होते हैं, इनके वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन पे 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं. 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन. The valence electron of a different material possesses different energy. The greater the energy of valence electron, the lesser it's bound to the nucleus. जितनी greater energy होगी valence electron की, उतना वो less bound होगा nucleus के साथ. In certain substance, particularly metal, the valence electron possesses so much energy that they are very loosely attached to the nucleus. These loosely attached valence electron move at a random within the material and called free electron. The valence electron which are very loosely attached to the nucleus called free. वो valence electron जो बहुत ज्यादा loosely attached होते हैं उसको free electron बोलते हैं. The free electron can be easily removed or detached by applying a small amount of external energy. As a matter of fact, that these are the free electron which determine the electrical conductivity of a material. On the basis of conductor, insulator and semiconductor can be defined as under. A conductor is a substance which has large number of free electron. When potential energy is applied across a conductor, the free electron move toward the positive terminal of supply. An insulator is a substance which has practically no free electron at ordinary temperature. Therefore, insulator does not conduct current under the influence of potential difference. A semiconductor is a substance which has very few free electron at room temperature. Under the influence of potential difference, a semiconductor particularly conducts no current. Voltage source, any device that produce voltage output continuity is known as voltage source. There are two types of voltage sources: direct voltage sources, alternative voltage source. Direct voltage source, a device which produces direct voltage output continually, is called a direct voltage source. Common example of cell DC generator. An important characteristic of direct voltage source is that it maintains the same polarity of the output voltage and terminal remain the same. When load resistance is connected across such a source, current flow from positive terminal to negative terminal. This is called direct current because it has just one direction. The current has one direction as the source maintains the same polarity of output voltage. The opposition to load current inside the DC source is known as internal resistance. The equivalent current circuit of DC source is the generator. EMFE in series with the internal resistance of the source is known as, is shown on the figure. EG over RL plus RI. Terminal voltage V is equals to EG minus IRI. Alternating voltage source are device which produce alternating voltage output continually is known as alternating voltage source. For example, AC generator. An important characteristic of alternating voltage source is that it prodigally reverses the polarity of the output voltage when load impedance is connected across such a source. Current flow through the circuit that prodigally reverses the direction is called alternating current. The opposition to load current inside the AC source is called internal impedance. The equivalent circuit of an AC source is generated EMF EG in series with the internal impedance of the source. Load current IRMS is EG over ZL over ZI. Terminal voltage V is equals to EG minus I ZI. This is the conventional current. However, the flow of the electron will be in opposite direction. ये हम लोग जितना भी करें वो conventional current से करें. अगर हम उसके लिए electronic current use करेंगे तो हमारी जो direction है वो opposite हो जाएगी. Constant voltage source. A voltage source which has very low internal impedance as compared with the external load is impedance is known as constant voltage source. In such a case, the output voltage nearly remains the same when the load current changes. Constant voltage source, it is a DC source of 6 volt with internal resistance. If the load current varies over a wide range of 1 to 10 for any of these values, the internal drop across is less than 0.7 volt. Therefore, the voltage output of the source is between 5.99 to 5.95. This can be considered constant voltage source as compared with the wide variation in the load current. Shown in the figure 10. show the graph of the constant voltage source. It means show that output voltage remain constant in spite of the change in the load current. Thus, as the load current change from 0 to 10, and output voltage instantly remain the same. A constant voltage source is represented as shown. It is clear from the above example that when internal resistance of the source is quite small, the voltage drop in internal resistance is very low. Therefore, a terminal voltage substantially remain constant and source behave as a constant voltage source. The load current variously. Constant current source of voltage source that has a very high internal impedance as compared with the external load impedance is considered as constant current source. In such case, the load current remain same when the low output voltage change. The constant current source is DC source of 1000 volt with internal resistance 900 kilo ohm. Here the load RL varies over 3 ratio, one range from 50k to 150k. Over this variation of the load and the current is actually constant at 1.0 to 0.9 milliampere. It may be noted that output voltage varies in the same ratio, same range as RL, although load current essentially remain constant at 1 milliampere. The beautiful example of the constant current source is found in vacuum tube circuit, where the tube acts as a generator having internal resistance as very high as 1 milliampere. Show in the figure show the graph of a constant current source. It is clear that a current remains constant even when the output voltage changes substantially. The following point may be noted regarding the constant current source. Due to high internal resistance of the source, the load current remains essentially constant as the load RL is vary. The output voltage varies approximately in the same range as RL. Although current remains constant, the output voltage varies much less than the generated voltage because of high IRI drops. That is the example of DC source generator 500 volt internal resistance 1000 ohm है. Find the load current. If the load resistance हमने different load resistance लेनी है, 10 ohm भी ले सकते हैं, 50 ohm, 100. उन तमाम load resistance के respect से हमने find क्या करना है, load current find करना है. तो जनरेटेड वोल्टेज हमारे पास कितना है, 500 वोल्ट है, इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस 1000 वोल्ट है. अब लोड करंट का हम फार्मूला यूज करेंगे, तो आई इज इक्वल टू EG बाई RL प्लस RI. तो लोड करंट हम फाइंड करेंगे 500 ओवर 10 प्लस 1000 0.449 आ जाएगा. इसी तरह हम लोग 500 RL जो है वो 10 से 50 कर देंगे, 50 से उसको 100 करेंगे. तो जिस तरह हम लोग RL को इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं तो हमारा जो करंट है वो डिक्रीज होता जा रहा है. ये शो कर रहा है कि हमारा जो करंट है वो डिक्रीज हो रहा है. 0.49 था, 47 हुआ, 45 हो गया. तो लोड करंट इंक्रीज करने, लोड रेजिस्टेंस इंक्रीज करने से जो लोड करंट है वो डिक्रीज करता है. कन्वर्जन ऑफ वोल्टेज सोर्स इनटू करंट सोर्स. शो अ कांस्टेंट वोल्टेज सोर्स विद अ वोल्टेज V and internal resistance IR. Show its equivalent current source. It can be easily showed that two circuits behave electrically the same way under all the condition. If the load is open circuited, RL is infinity, then the voltage across terminal A and B is V. And the load is open circuited, then all the current I through RI yielding a voltage across a terminal AB. Note that the open circuited voltage across AB is V for both the circuit and hence they are electrically equivalent. The load is short circuited. The short circuit current is given by I short V by RI. The load is short circuited, RL is 0. जब लोड को शॉर्ट सर्किट करना होगा तो आर हमारे पास 0, RL 0 होगी. जब ओपन सर्किटेड करेंगे तो RL इन्फिनिटी होगा. द करंट V इक्वल्स टू आई बाईपास आ रही है कि RL अगर हमारे पास क्या हो जाती है, शॉर्ट सर्किटेड, RL शॉर्ट सर्किटेड होगी. सपोज द लोड इज शॉर्ट सर्किटेड, द करंट आई बाईपास आ रहा है, करंट बाईपास आर को कर देगा इन फेवर ऑफ शॉर्ट सर्किट. क्योंकि शॉर्ट सर्किट जब होगा तो करंट रेजिस्टेंस तो जीरो हो रही है. जब रेजिस्टेंस जीरो होगी तो करंट ऑटोमेटिकली तो लो रेजिस्टेंस से पास करेगा, वो तो हाई रेजिस्टेंस से पास ही नहीं करेगा. तो वो बाईपास कर देगा आर को, और वो कहाँ से फ्लो करेगा, RL से. Yeah, that current is the same for the two circuits and they are electrically equivalent. Thus to convert a constant voltage source into a constant current source, the following procedure may be adopted. Place a short circuit across the two terminal in constant terminal AB in the present case and find the short circuit current. Let it be I. Then I is the current supplied by the equivalent current source. Measure the resistance at the terminal with the load removed and source of EMA replaced by the internal resistance, if any. The equivalent current source can be represented by single current source, source of a magnitude I in parallel with the resistance R. To convert a current source of magnitude I in parallel with the resistance R into voltage source. Voltage of voltage source V is equal to I, resistance of voltage source R is equal to R. Thus, a voltage source will be represented as voltage V in series with the resistance R into constant current source. The solution involves the following step. Place a short circuit